Ben, thanks for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Shawn.
Great to see you down here in Chicago at the American Seed Trade Association. Ben, you're a senior program officer at UPOV. Can you just give me a little bit of background? Can you describe your role and maybe your background as to why it was a good fit for you?
Yeah, thank you, Shawn. So in fact, I joined UPOV a few years ago. And before, I used to work in the seed industry. And my background is in agronomy. In UPOV, I'm in charge of all matters related to fruit and vegetables, so more the technical part. But also, I'm looking after all regional activities in Africa and Arab countries. I'm also looking at two important initiatives. One is the UPOV PRISMA tool, so the plant breeders' right application tool to facilitate the work of the breeders to make application. And the other one is the World Seed Partnership Initiative, where we work with other international and intergovernmental organizations.
Can you talk a little bit about that World Seed Partnership? Why is that an important initiative for the seed industry right now?
It's a unique initiative because that's the first time that big international organization works together to make sure that those different schemes and regulation in relation to seeds can work together and implement a system together in different countries or region to make sure that the farmers or the seed industry will benefit from those effective regulatory framework. So in other terms, how farmers can have access to new improved varieties and high quality seeds for their benefits of a good production.
And I think one of the things that the seed industry is really trying to enhance is the collaboration from one organization to the other. And I think this partnership is a big step towards that.
Yeah, exactly, because each organization is looking at one specific aspect of that. So we are working with the International Seed Federation, more looking at the marketing part of the seed industry. We're working with OECD and ASTA, more looking at the seed testing and seed quality, and UPOV looking more at how to encourage innovation through plant breeding and how to encourage the development of new varieties of plants and then benefit for the farmers in that sense.
One of the initiatives that you're talking about while you're in Chicago here is your PBR application tool. Can you talk a little bit about that and how has that continued to evolve as you've launched it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the main reason we are here to promote this UPOV PRISMA tool. Just to recall on the initial statement and mission statement of the organization, which is to encourage the development of new varieties of plant for the benefit of society. So you might be wondering why UPOV is looking at a more IT tool, but this is exactly in line with the UPOV mission statement, because the system was created in the 60s to see how we can put in place a technical and legal system that will encourage innovators, breeders that spend time and money on developing new varieties of plant to encourage them to release their best and highest quality varieties to the farmers. So the system has evolved. Now UPOV has 75 members covering 94 states where the UPOV convention applies, and this tool come at a very good moment because we have been developing this tool with all the users at the breeder sites and at the PVP offices side, so the offices receiving plant breeders' right application, to make sure that the tool developed will be in line with what the users are expecting and what the offices are requesting.
So it's been a collaborative initiative.
Exactly. And breeders and the seed industry has been heavily involved, and the initiative was supported by the seed industry since the beginning, and we thank the seed industry for that, and it was a great initiative. And now the system is up and running. It has been launched beginning of this year, 2017, and this allows breeders to make application through an online tool that has multiple functionalities, such as multilingual functionalities, the fact that you can reuse all the data that you put into the system. Of course, the system is completely secure and confidential, and it also provides electronic tool for countries that do not have an online application tool so far. So it's really efficient for the breeders because they can access the system, select the country in which they want to make application, and maybe duplicate the application for the same variety in subsequent countries. So it's really efficient, user-friendly, quick, and easy to use.
And where will they go online to find it?
It's easy. You just have to access UPOV website, upov.ent, and then you get all the information about the tool, how to use, how to create an account, and after you will have all the information about the crops that are covered by the countries participating in the tool. And the tool is evolving. That means that every 6 months we are releasing a new version of the tool with more countries, with more crops, and that really gives an interesting international system complementary to national or regional system in place. So it's really complementary to what exists today. Maybe I should also mention that we have a special offer for next year in 2018, where the UPOV PRISMA tool will be free to use. So it's a unique opportunity to go and test the system, to go online and test the system and see how good and interesting it could be for breeders, breeding company, or seed industry in general to use the system and to see how it could help and save some time for the breeders and how easy it is to use it.
Okay, great. You mentioned, Ben, that you've just signed your 75th member to UPOV.
Yes.
In 94 countries. Why is it important for UPOV to continue to add more members?
It's important for, I will say, the agricultural sector in general, because the UPOV organization is really a member-driven organization, and it started with a few numbers of countries, and indeed, as you mentioned, now we are up to 75 countries worldwide, and that gives really a strong and effective system for the seed industry to make sure that all the key provision of the protection of their innovation is in place in those countries that have a plant variety protection system in place, a legislation in place, and members of UPOV. We had a series of impact studies or fact and figures about the effective benefit of the implementation of a system and the UPOV membership in all those countries, and it's clear, whatever the country, whatever the region, whatever the agricultural situation, that there is a life before and after the UPOV membership and the put in place of a PVP legislation. And it has a clear impact and benefit for the society as a whole, and first of all for our farmers that can benefit of accessing new varieties because they are looking at innovation where they can get varieties with a better resistance to pest and disease, higher yield, better productivity, and so on. So that's now we have the proof over the last decades that when you put the UPOV system in place in the country or in a region, it really helps all the agricultural sector to benefit from that. And we all know that a strong economy will start with a strong agriculture, and the seed industry benefits from that as well.
Absolutely. Well said, Ben. Thanks very much for sitting down with me today. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Shawn.